In the final moments of life, words take on a different meaning and weight. The last words of famous people show their feelings and beliefs. These people were kings, thinkers, artists, and leaders. In this video, we look at what they said before they died. Nostradamus, the famous French seer, confidently said the night before he died, "Tomorrow, at sunrise, I shall not be here," and just as he predicted, he died. Leonardo da Vinci, Italian painter and inventor, before he died, he said, "I am sorry to God and people, my work was not as good as it should be." Genghis Khan was a strong leader of the Mongols. Before he died, he said to his soldiers, "Don't stop fighting because I'm dying, don't be sad for me, I want the enemy to fear me, even after my death." Nader Shah, Persian king and military genius, reported last words, "It's a pity I could not build Iran the way I dreamed." Albert Einstein, the brilliant German physicist, refused surgery and calmly accepted death, saying, "I want to go when I want. Life has no taste if it goes on by force. I did my part in life, now it's time to leave. I want to leave with respect." Julius Caesar was a leader of Rome. His friend Brutus helped to kill him. Before he died, Caesar said, "Even you, Brutus?" William Shakespeare, famous English playwright, before he died, he said, "Goodbye, goodbye, I'll go and die soon." Thomas Edison, American inventor of the light bulb, before he died, he said, "It looks very beautiful over there." Captain Edward Smith, the leader of the Titanic ship, he stayed with his crew until the end, and said, "Well boys, do your best for the women and children, and look out for yourselves." Che Guevara, a fighter from Argentina, the soldiers wanted to kill him, he said bravely, "I know you've come to kill me. Shoot, coward, you are only going to kill a man." Victor Hugo, the famous French writer, poetically said in his last breath, "It is the battle between day and night. I see black light." Franz Kafka, German-speaking writer of strange and powerful stories, last words, to his doctor, "Kill me, or else you are a murderer." Charlie Chaplin, silent film legend, last words, "Why not?" replying to a priest who said, "May God forgive your soul." Jane Austen, English novelist known for Pride and Prejudice, last words, "Don't be afraid, it's only death." Marlon Brando, American actor and film icon, last words, "I'm going to die with my mouth open." Marco Polo, the famous Venetian explorer, said on his deathbed, "I have not told half of what I saw." Joseph Stalin was the leader of the Soviet Union. Before he died, he woke up and looked at the ceiling. He said quietly, "I'm finished. I don't trust even myself anymore." Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of England, said with deep regret before her death, "I would give everything I have for just a little more time." Ludwig van Beethoven, the great German composer, when he heard his publisher had sent him 12 bottles of wine, sadly said, "That's too late. Too late." Alexander Pushkin was a famous poet from Russia. He was badly hurt in a fight. Before he died, he told his wife Natalia, "Try to be forgotten. Go live in the countryside. Mourn me in black for 2 years, then marry again, but choose a worthy man." Charles Darwin, the great naturalist and father of the theory of evolution, calmly said, "I am not the least afraid to die." Leo Tolstoy, the famed Russian writer, he was dying in the house of a railway guard, asked thoughtfully, "How do poor farmers die?" Vladimir Lenin, the Russian revolutionary leader, when his dog brought him a dead bird, gently said, "Good dog." Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the founder of the Turkish Republic, on his deathbed asked, "What time is it?" Benito Mussolini, the Italian fascist leader, just before his execution by Italian partisans, pointed to his chest and said, "Shoot me in the chest." Mahatma Gandhi, leader of India's independence movement, after being shot, simply said, "Oh God." Ernest Hemingway, the famous American writer, shortly before taking his own life with a shotgun, said, "Good night, my kitten." Alfred Hitchcock was a famous movie director. Before he died, he said, "No one knows what death is like. We must die to find out what happens after death, but Catholics still have hope." Robert the Bruce, King of Scotland, said to his family, in his final words, "Now, my dear children, God be with you. I have breakfasted with you and shall sup with Jesus Christ." Marie Antoinette, Queen of France, before she was executed, she accidentally stepped on the executioner's foot. She politely said, "Pardon me, sir, I didn't mean to." Even in her final moment, she was respectful and calm. Napoleon Bonaparte, French military leader and emperor, last words, France, the army, the head of the army, Josephine. Humphrey Bogart, classic Hollywood actor, last words, "I should never have switched from scotch to martinis." George Orwell, a famous writer from England, he was only 46 years old when he said this before he died. At age 50, people look like the kind of person they really are. Empress Cixi was a powerful woman in China. Before she died, she gave a warning. She said, "Do not let a woman rule the country again, and don't let the palace workers control the government." Martin Luther King, a leader for equal rights in the USA, before he died, he spoke to a musician near him. He said, "Please play the song Take My Hand, Precious Lord at the meeting tonight." Michael Jackson, the world-famous American singer and musician, told his doctor before his death, "Let me have some milk." He called a strong medicine milk. The name of the medicine was propofol. That medicine caused his death. Hugo Chavez, the president of Venezuela, struggling to speak in his last moments, whispered, "I don't want to die, please don't let me die." Death is the moment when everything ends. Sometimes, one sentence at that time is very important. The last words show who the person was, they show feelings and beliefs. Some last words are very strong, they stay in our hearts for a long time. Now it is your turn. Which of these final sentences touched you the most? If you say one sentence before you die, what do you want to say? Write your ideas in the comments. If you liked this video, please share it with your friends, and please subscribe our channel.